celebration to last throughout the years. So bring your good times and your laughter too. We gon' celebrate your party with you. Come on now. Celebration. Let's all celebrate and have a good time. Celebration. We gon' celebrate and have a good time. It's time to come together. It's up to you. What's your pleasure? Everyone around the world, come on! It's a celebration.
There's probably a dozen people here in Novato, no matter where I'm at, they will call me Mr. Mayor. 99% of the younger people in Novato do not even know I exist. And when my daughter-in-law, who teaches at Novato, or not Novato, but at Olive School and over at Rancho, on occasion she tells them her name is Womack, and that her father-in-law was the first mayor of Novato. And they said, is he 100 years old? How could he be the first mayor of Novato? They're not familiar, and rightfully so. We had some pretty good times after our city council meetings. We had 5 people with 5 diverse opinions of how things should be done. And we had not too long our meeting, we're not too long, but we had many meetings where we have a couple-hour meetings, and then from 8 to 10, and by the time we got home, it was 1 o'clock or 2 o'clock in the morning. We would stop off at some favorite watering hole and re-argue all of our decisions in a friendly manner.
My 2 children were born here, and they started school here, and I had so many associations with great people, real honest, sincere people, family groups, but they're very honest and sincere. That's what a small town should be, and that's what Novato looked like. See, and Novato looks like a small town now because you've preserved the main street. That's the thing that does it, I think. And I'm so happy to see the city, what you've done with it, because it's not only as nice, looks as good as when I left, but it's much, much better, much better. And it maintained that small city look. And that was very important. That is very important to me.
Are you on schedule for this project, and what makes you confident that you're going to be able to complete this entire project for the city's 50th birthday, which is January of 2010?
Yes, we are on schedule. In fact, we've been a little ahead of schedule. The contractor and the architect, the engineers, everybody turns out to be a very cohesive, forward-thinking team, and every question gets answered quickly. The architectural team returns answers next day, and the contractor's just been delighted. And then we've been delighted with the level of completeness of their submittals and all the things that would normally hinder a schedule. There's an axiom in construction that if you're going to be late, you'll be late in the first 3 months. In other words, whatever happens in that first 3 months will sort of set the tone. And that may not be widely known. It's my axiom, and it's been proven true. We're on time or ahead now after 3 months, and I don't anticipate there being a single problem. I'm sure we'll be done by October 15th of 2009.
Well, in our research, we discovered that in 1896, the cornerstone that was laid there on March 23rd contained a copper box with a number of things of interest to the church and the community. For example, a copy of the Marin Journal, the Sausalito News, the Bible, a list of the members, and some of the church records.
Crews started poking around as soon as the building was moved and didn't find it where we thought it was going to be in the the southwest corner. Turns out there's something here in the southeast corner. So really happy that it was discovered.
Because of the precarious condition of the copper box, it was carefully wrapped and transported to City Hall for safekeeping until staff researched the best procedure for opening it. Today, we're at Zucker Art Conservatory in the East Bay, where Novato City officials procured the services of a specialist to open the fragile cornerstone.
For me, it's just a continuation and an unfolding of more of the history of the city of Novato, which we all value. That's why we're going to the extensive lengths we are in restoring the old City Hall, which everybody was very supportive of. So I'm sure the City Council, and I'm representing them today, I'm representing the mayor today, would be very thrilled that we've been able to find this box and now open it and discover the contents. And I was actually very pleased that the contents were in such much better condition than I had originally anticipated. The worst case scenario, I think, would have been a blob of mold. And instead, we actually have a Bible that you can distinguish, and you can see some of the text. You can also see the newspaper, and with my zoom lens on my little camera, I'm able to read some of the text on that as well. So it'll be very further exciting, I think, to get this all dried out, as a conservator will do, and then see really what we have in terms of more historic value in terms of some of the content of these different artifacts.
Discharge the duties upon which I'm about to enter as a Novato City Council member. Congratulations.
It's now my pleasure to introduce the co-chairs of the steering committee, Novato 2010, celebrating 50 years, Pam Hazley and Gary Joseph. And while they're coming to the podium, I'll just tell you a little bit. This is a steering committee that truly reflects the strong tradition of community volunteerism in Novato. They have done an exceptional job of fostering involvement by a diverse group of individuals, organizations, and businesses that have truly brought the community together. And I think you'll agree when you hear their mission, the outreach, and their accomplishments. Pam and Gary, please.
Thank you, Jean. Well, who is the steering committee and why do we exist and how do we come to be? Well, the City Council agreed to invite members from the community to form the steering committee and who would be willing and able to plan a year-long celebration honoring the city's 50th birthday. What materialized was a group of 25 extremely professional and dedicated volunteers who have already put in countless hours and have accomplished the majority of our goals already. Our mission is to celebrate the City of Novato's 50th birthday by celebrating and strengthening community spirit and capturing the vitality of our unique heritage. In addition, our actual financing of this year-long celebration relied heavily on sponsorships, as most nonprofit events do. And without our sponsors, we wouldn't have been able to purchase those banners, posters, newspaper advertising, and many other souvenir items that we have in store for you down the road. So we would like to take this moment to recognize our sponsors and ask that if there are representatives here, we'd like you to stand up, but if you at least raise your hand, as we are very proud and appreciative of your support.
Whereas Wayne Womack ran for his seat on Novato's first city council in January 1960, and whereas Wayne Womack received the most votes of all 27 candidates and therefore was selected as mayor, and whereas Wayne Womack served on the city council for a total of 10 years, including 4 of those years as mayor, and whereas Wayne Womack also served the county on the boards of the Novato Chamber of Commerce, the Novato Rotary Club, and the Novato Community Hospital, Now, therefore, be it resolved that on January 20th, 2010, the City of Novato's 50th anniversary, the City Council of the City of Novato, on behalf of its residents, honors Wayne Womack for his half-century of service to the City of Novato. Congratulations.
Looking for a place to call my home. Never have a need to leave or roam. Different from the rest, one I call the best. With neighbors you call friends when you're alone. Novato is that kind of place, surrounded by an open space, rolling hills and wonders to be found. Kids out on the baseball field, dogs and horses, hearts they steal. High school kids tearing up the town. Surrounded by an open space, rolling hills and wonders to be found. Kids out on the baseball field, dogs and horses, hearts they steal. High school kids tearing up the town.
We would love for you to be part of something that has never gone before and will never happen again. And that is the dedication, the 50th anniversary dedication of Ganas Field Airport.
on his head he began to dance around. Frosty the snowman is alive as he could be, and the children say he could laugh and play just the same as you and me. Happy birthday, Novato!
I have a few written documents showing where I was born, how I traveled from Oklahoma with a bed on top of the car and arrived in California with a family, and have endured a lot of hardships, but after that life has been good, and that's all I would want people to remember, is the fact that I did enjoy participating in the existence of the city of Novato and the community of Novato, and existence of everything that happens here in Novato. Really, I was just part of a team, but being part of the original team has a lot of perks and a lot of memories, and wonderful memories.
There's a picture I've got, might be the last shot ever taken of you and me. And when I hold it, I swear the magic was there. You had all I'd ever need. I had to choose what I wanted. California looked best. Figured 3,000 miles would lay this to rest. And sometimes I wonder, why did you go? Just had to call your number. I'd like to know, to say I wished I knew why I said goodbye. Sometimes I wonder. Just this 3-minute call, honest, that's all. Just something that I